Well, I can see how when you're talking about a battle,
Uh-huh.
how my mind many times will come up even with preemptive strikes perception.
Uh-huh.
If to accomplish something, dealing with certain situations and people, my mind will already go run through its whole battle plan.
Of course. But
And then it will justify itself for any number of reasons.
Of course. But where does the battle plan get you?
To more battles.
Uh-huh. But you see, with the battle plan, how does that assist you to survive? Because it's just the egoic structure protecting the egoic structure.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I see it, even more and more clearly.
Uh-huh.
That my mind's justifying a certain thing, and thinking of, okay, if I'm dealing with this person, then I need to do this, this, and this before even saying anything.
Exactly.
As opposed to the thing, let's say, for the company trying to accomplish. I may, and it might be 100% pure, the reasoning for wanting something to be a certain way. But then it just creates a battle, as opposed to just seeing it as, this is what we're trying to accomplish, how can we do it?
Exactly, but you see, when you have no plan, per se, I'm not going to say not having a direction, but as you have no plan, how does it start to come to life?
It has its own life if you have no plan.
But as you not have a certain step 1 through 20, you have a direction. But then how fast does it start to take on its life? Without having to engage.
Very fast.
Well, and that's part of the fun. Because see, from here, you're letting it start to take on its life without all the odd conflicted states. Because see, from here, of course, there's a direction that takes on its own life too. Simplify, and open up, amplify, and to open, hyperdrive. You see, when you start to go here, okay, now I'm going to call it, here's the radiant outcome. Okay, now, the mental level, from a very minute state, is going to go here, it's going to go here, it's going to go here, and then you're going to get a very minute outcome of what the mental level thinks should be the outcome. But you see, it thinks it wants a certain outcome based on what it should be, what it must be, what it thinks it should be and must be, from a very, 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 very minute state. Now, I'm going to say right here, okay, there's a direction, bring it on. Now, one thing from a direction for all concerned, the freedom of density, walking through it, having a blast with it, but then I'm going to let it now take on so much of its own life, actually all of its own life. But now, I still have a direction, hands down. Of course, they're projects, whatever it may be. We see now, it's going to take on its own life. You see, this whole project is a live consciousness anyways. Doesn't matter if it's offsprings, doesn't matter if it's work dynamics, doesn't matter what the project may be. Doesn't matter if it's a DVD, doesn't matter if it's an event, doesn't matter. Then, we're going to have an outcome that continues to grow upon itself. But see, I don't have a way of my way to accomplish it, or how it should be, or how it has to be. There's no finite structure locked in to confine. It has a life of its own. Now, there's many dear brothers involved, but it's a dance. Now, it's a complementary dance. It's a fruitionary, beautiful, fluid dance. And that goes with Universalis, it goes with the pool, dear brothers, it goes with landscape, it goes with everything. Is there density involved? Absolutely, we're playing with brother humanity. Is there what we'll call a constant dynamic unfolding? You know it. Is there a direction? You know it. Is there a job to do? Absolutely. But does it take on its life? Absolutely. Is there anyone that has to be in charge? No. Because quite literally, it has a divine life of its own. Is there a job to do? Hands-on, big time, brilliantly. But it becomes a dance. A dance, a dance, a dance, a dance, a dance. Big time, overtime, hyperdrive overtime. So, I'm not technically in charge. Bring it on, let's go, bring it on, let's charge, go, bring it on, let's go. But now it's a dance, a dance, a dance, a dance, a dance. But you see, now this right here, there's no power game. There's no certain, what we'll call outcome. It continues to expand upon, and then the funnest part is that this outcome that continues to grow into this, into that, into that, it just continues to amplify. Now, regardless of how many dear brothers involved, what happens from there, this right here grows. And that right there takes on its own life, and this dear brother comes forth. That dear brother comes forth. And so forth and so forth and so forth. But you see, I'm definitely not going to take on the density over here. I'm not going to take on the density over here. I'm definitely not going to take on this density. I'm not going to take on personal conflicts issues dear brothers have or may have. I'm not going to take on their personal issues and otherwise. Now, let me give a very concrete example. I sat down and played with our landscaper, dear brothers, one day. Many days, actually. And the dear brother, I said, well, dear brother, we would love to have the grass replanted. Oh, it won't grow this day. It won't grow this time of year, and on and on. And I was chuckling. Well, this time of year, it's summertime, the heat's going to get to 115 on it. All right, and, I honor that. So, dear brother, thank you so much. But, honestly, we would like, grass planted. All right, but it's not going to grow. All right, I honor that. But, regardless, grow or don't grow, we would, literally love to have grass planted. Okay, we're going to plant grass. It's not going to grow, but, all right, and I honor it's not going to grow, but, honestly, we would like, for you to put grass seed down. So we put grass seed down. Within a day and a half, we started to grow. Now, I was laughing, because I already knew it was going to grow. And I'm not going to negotiate with the point. Grass seed's grass seed, right? There's really nothing to negotiate. Now, he was coming from a very dense, it's not going to grow. And that's great. That's fabulous. It's grass seed. So nevertheless, we have a beautiful lawn with a lot of grass in the middle of the summer. 115 included, actually 117 included. But I'm not going to take on his density. Okay, but now we have a blast. Even with he and I, we have a blast. A beautiful, dear brother. We see, he scratches his head. That's some beautiful grass, Will. But I'm not going to take on his density. It's grass already. But you see, it's a dance. I'm not going to debunk, oh, yes it is, and it's going to grow, and you can't tell me. Who cares, right? It's grass. He planted it, it grew. But you see, it's a dance, a dance, a dance, a dance, a dance, a dance, a dance. And proceeded to the next week. When I was sharing with them, even with the grass, we would love to have these sprinklers. My angel was sharing with me to spray up and spray down at the same time. Well, I've never seen those, so I'll go check it out. And so we went and checked it out. I couldn't find them. All right. So the next week, I gave him a whole bag of those same sprinkler heads. And he wanted to know, where'd you get them? And so I shared with him. He said, oh, thank you so much, Will. Now I know where to get them for other lawns. It's a dance. But I'm not going to take on the density. But I just opened up his live stream with grass and sprinkler heads. I'm not going to do his job for him, but it's a dance, a dance, a dance. But here's the biggest part here. There was no thing to prove. There was a lot to show, but nothing to prove. I'm not going to be right. I don't care about being right. I can care less about being right. There's no right to be. It was, all right, I totally honor that grass isn't going to grow. But of course it's going to grow. But I'm not going to take on the density. But I just opened up his whole business with little sprinkler heads and grass. But regardless, it's a dance. With not having to be right, nothing to prove, and there it is. So if we all took that very literally into our whole live stream, with nothing to prove, not having to be right, not having to be everyone here, or everyone here, and you there. But yet, here we are, now this their brother coming in, that their brother coming in, and I'm just going to honor where everyone's at. Hey, whatever works for you. I love you no matter what. Well, what a dance would it become? How much of a dance would it become? Just like that, right? Watching all of it from an overview, all of it from the out-picturing world. But a dance, right? Once again, nothing to be right, nothing to be wrong, nothing to prove. Except, wow. How fast you begin to open, arise, and you also, quite literally, let the whole universe as a whole, your higher levels, your creator levels, begin to dance with you exponentially right through your live stream.